I'm searching. Yeah. Searching, 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 searching. That's that Avery. That jazz. Hey, collective. Wow, what a very powerful moment in history. Time, cosmic alignments with the beautiful planets and the great father and mother. Cancer full moon. We got Cancer full moon, Capricorn sun. That means the moon and the sun are directly aligned across from one another right now. And I just was so shocked and blown away because with my current schedule, I have not been able to keep up with the alignments the way I would when I didn't have this schedule. So I was so amazed and shocked to come to the understanding that the North Node and South Node were moving because they had been in their positions all year. And now the North Node is in Pisces. Pisces, the spiritual realm, the two fishes going in two different directions. But you have to have equilibrium, just like the divine source. Okay, yes, we're in a realm of duality. But before duality, there was one conscious mind. And it wasn't a split, half and half, good versus evil, or something like that. Even though it'd be weird, because now that I'm in 5D, I'm not in 3D, and I have more understanding about my spirit, my spiritual team, the great mother, the great fathers that came before us, and that I'm a star seed, well, an earth angel, and I have more understanding that is beyond good and bad. Once you bring your conscious up from out the 3D, you realize that it's deeper than just right or wrong, good or bad. It's equilibrium and balance. And you have to have balance of your masculine and feminine. Just like Adam and Eve, when Eve gave Adam that apple, and it gave him understanding of the tree of good and evil. But you don't have to eat from that tree. You can eat from the tree of life, which is life is you creating your own world. So I'm just on here to wish everybody a great day, to remind everybody about these alignments. We are in a full moon, and you might have to go out, because like today, I have to go out. I got stuff to do, but I'm consciously aware of the energies that's going on so that I can know how to behave and react, because I know other people may not be aware of the energies that's going on and may not understand that because they're not aware of the energies and the planets and the alignments, that they don't have full control over their decisions or situations, because they have not taken full control of their situation. And because the collective and myself are creating a pathway and designing and carving out the life that you want, a life of peace, prosperity, abundance, love, healing, good relationships. You can have these things. You should have these things. You should want these people, places, and things in your life. You shouldn't want to keep dealing with wishy-washy people, fake friends and family, suffering. I had to learn how to not let things get so to the extreme before I take action. I had to learn how to be reactive instead of proactive instead of reactive, because I had realized that it wasn't until I was under a lot of pressure that I would take action. And I got used to that, like being in a survival mode where it feel like I'm down to the last minute or a deadline, so now let me start making moves. When I can take certain steps way before then, and I don't have to feel like I'm under so much pressure just to get things accomplished. But I had got so used to living like that because of all the chaos that had been around me. Why was all this chaos around me? Was it me projecting this chaos? Was it because of how I was seeing things that certain energies was able to attach to me because of the energies that I already had within myself? Don't deny your shadow side. Don't deny your Lilith. Don't deny your true essence, because divine source has all of these energies combined into one, not just the duality part. That's why the divine source has equilibrium, and that's how you know you're aligned with the divine source and your spiritual team when you have equilibrium about things. You can put yourself in other people's shoes, or you can look at a situation and see this person may or may not be evil, but you can see what's going on behind the veil with that person. That person is sad, hurting, traumatized, scared, and afraid. And this is something that person has built up an ego to survive, because they've been traumatized ever since they was 3 years old. Now, that's not making excuses for nobody, because we just came out the year the 8, and spirit should have been taking karmic accountability. I'm grateful that I've taken karmic accountability, and I can't imagine like not being aware in 2025 and like just getting on my spiritual path where some people haven't even started. And I know we all are on our path and our own timelines and everything, but I just thank the Great Spirit, the Great Mother, for the awarenesses that I do have so far. Because with all this chaos going on, man-made chaos going on, I could not imagine not being consciously aware of my own spirit and my spiritual team and the Great Mother and the Great Father, and protecting my energies and using my God-given abilities to use my energies for my own creations, and taking karmic accountability for what my energies have created. That's your children. That's ideas you put into the world. That's your thoughts. And Spirit had told me yesterday, angels don't project energy onto people. We just are, okay? Karmics, people that want to keep up some kind of false perception and image, they project negativity onto others. They could be a criminal. They could be a killer, a thief, whatever they could be doing that's harmful to themselves and others. And instead of them admitting to themselves that that's who they are and that's what they do, they'll be blaming other people for it, or thinking that the whole world is just the way they are. No, just because you're capable of something don't mean the next person is doing that or capable of it. Well, we all capable of the shit, but that don't mean that we are somebody else is doing that. So stop projecting your negativity on others, okay? Take accountability. If you out here causing chaos, malice, wickedness, you're a liar, deceitful, hateful, jealousy. Oh my God, yesterday I was watching this sad story about this man who came home to his house and found his wife, son, and granddaughter beaten to death, okay? And they was questioning this guy who was a cousin of the family, still in high school. The son was like 17 or 16, still in high school too. And he started hanging out with like a distant cousin so that he can, like, you know, he never really went outside and stuff like that. So he started hanging out with a distant cousin. Cousin started coming over. And all I could see, oh God, that little ugly cousin was guilty, of course, of murdering his own family members. But I could just see the jealousy all over him. And he thought he was just so cute and cunning, and that he was getting away with doing this brutal murdering of this beautiful family, all because he was jealous of the son that was murdered. That cousin got some of his flunky friends to think that, oh, we about to go hit a lick. His own family members that he took out off the face of the earth because he started hanging out with, the son started hanging out with the cousin. They started spending more time together, and that cousin was starting to come in their house, go on trips, and see all the resources that the son had. He had love, he had siblings, he was like the youngest. Do you know that grandchild that was murdered was only 10 years old, a 10-year-old little girl? And I'm sitting there like, I know they better lock this monster up. And he's sitting there like, no, because I can't be somebody that would do, I just don't see myself being somebody that, yeah, you don't see yourself being somebody that did it, but you did. So take accountability. He did not want to take no accountability. He wanted his grandmother to lie and say he was home, which I hope that she didn't. Because sometimes we, how you say, we be codependent for people to keep doing fucked up shit to people because we keep making excuses for them or keep protecting them from their tower moment and karma that they need to be accountable for their actions. Sometimes parents do that. Your kid keep getting in trouble, you keep bailing them out. Your kid keep breaking up your house, disrespecting you, you keep letting them come back. You don't let them actually fall all the way on their face so they can learn their karmic lessons and so they can do the healing instead of them keep getting worse. Excuse me. Instead of them keep on hurting other people and thinking they don't have to pay no, they don't have to have no, they not gonna never get in no trouble or nothing because you keep allowing your creation to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that's why they call Saturn the god that eats they own children, because Saturn ain't about to keep letting her own creations just keep running amok. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. If I create you and but you got free will to do whatever you want, even though I created you, and you destroying everything, like the story of Ogun where he taught everybody how to, like, you know, plant shit and the build shit and be nurturing, and then after the beings learned all this shit, they started being destructive with all the gifts and shit that he gave them. And so he had to destroy them. And it's like that, for real, for real. Sometimes you gotta sit your own creations down and say, look, you is fucking up a little bit too much. Be accountable for your children. Don't be no parent that's out there letting your children, like when my son was growing up and somebody would come tell me he did something, I could tell whether or not he did it, even if he said he didn't. And I'm not going to just sit there. That would be with any of my children, even all my children. If you did something that ain't right, don't think that I'm about to, I'm not about to let nobody do nothing to you, but you're going to take accountability for this. You're going to own up to it, and you're going to get punished for it. And see, during my childhood, I had a guardian who was encouraging fighting. If I didn't fight back, I'm going to get my ass whipped when I get home. So if this girl want to fight me, I better whip her motherfucking ass, or I'm going to get my ass when I get at home. Now, that taught me how to be resilient and everything. But I could have went home and said, anybody did anything to me, and no questions would have been asked, because the guardian that I had at a particular time was already on that type of shit. She liked the drama, chaos, and all that. So the more I could come home with, the more she ready to get into it. Instead of sitting me down and saying, hey, you can't be making these kind of decisions in school. You need to be in school learning and all that. No, she loved that I was going to school getting in trouble. So that gave her something to fucking do. And that's sad. And I'm not like that with my children. And I would never be like that. I would never be condoning. That's the word. I would never be condoning poor ass action and decisions from somebody that come up out of me, because I know the gods hold me accountable, and the gods holding these children accountable, and the gods holding everybody accountable. Nobody ain't getting away with nothing, even though it might appear that y'all gonna be getting away with shit. Like, people at my job, they want to be bragging about how much they getting paid and how little work they do. Good for you. Because guess what? I'm not fucking around with Saturn. A lot of them ain't even hit their goddamn Saturn returns yet. I done already hit mine, and eventually I'm going to hit another one. By the grace of the gods. I'm not fucking off with Saturn. Because you gotta have that structure. You gotta be honest. You gotta be genuine and compassionate. That don't mean to let somebody walk all over top of you like a doormat. But come on now. When is somebody gonna take accountability? It ain't nobody's fault about no old shit that happened in the past, because half of the shit that was told to us is not even what really happened. It was told to us that way so that you could be a docile individual, and so that you won't know your value and your worth. So do your research. And how do you do that? Is by going within yourself. How you go within yourself is by meditating and letting the spirit, your spiritual team, speak to you through your higher self, your higher conscious, having your chakras aligned and your kundalini intact, where you're not reacting off an impulse. Your Mars energy is in check, and you're not in your animalistic natures, your below the horizon natures, because you no longer is doing shit as a being who come from the water. Yeah, we come from the water, but we're heading to the air element. Okay? We're gaining our wings. Okay? Our next lifetime, we'll be flying. Actual wings, because you have evolved from water to earth, air, and you still got your fire with you. So don't be all, and water is what? Your emotions. So be mindful. We're in Cancer 4 house. Emotions, Capricorn, devil energy. What you going to do with all this devil energy? Because it's all for the taking. Or you want to let the devil energy overtake you? Or you going to use the devil energy for your greatest good? You going to stand on a mountain like that bully goat, feet planted. And oh yeah, that's another thing the spirit told me, that this winter was created because it's a way for you to not be grounded. For all this snow and stuff on the ground, it's cold outside. So you don't really want to go outside with nature at this time in the wintertime. So make sure you stand grounded. I swear last night I was thinking about coming outside and just putting my feet in the snow, like whether it's cold or not, because I could feel the heaviness of this pull, this energy that's trying to like have you distorted and not aligned. That's why this winter was created. It was not always this winter. Where they created this winter, different beings, so that could be another way of keeping you misaligned, getting you frustrated, worked up. You know, when it's cold, you don't want to be cold when you're cold. Okay? Don't nobody want to deal with snow. Snow is beautiful. We appreciate it and everything. But we really could do without the snow. Because, what? It caused delays. It caused accident. It's cold. And Spirit let me know last night that this winter was created to be a blockage from you being grounded. You overwhelmed, worked up, you're tired, you're trying to take care of your family, all these different responsibilities. Ten of Swords energy. Not Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. Hopefully not Ten of Swords. I meant to say Ten of Wands. I was picturing the Ten of Wands, but I said the Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands energy. Whole bunch of responsibilities, burdens, cold. Don't fall for the temptation. You feeling a little overwhelmed, take you a moment to breathe and take your time. Self-care is very important right now, collective. Self-care is very, very important because you don't want to get worked up, overwhelmed, stressed out, depressed. People get depressed during this time because people don't really come outside. People in their fourth house family, they personal little family. So you might not be connected with family and friends. So be able to be comfortable with being by yourself sometimes. I don't have a problem being by myself. Actually, I prefer to be by myself, at least for the time being while I'm continuing on my path. So I deal with people when I have to. But other than that, if I don't have to deal with people, I would prefer not to. But, you know, you got to have connections to get shit done. You ain't going to be able to just do every single thing by yourself. And you shouldn't have to. So make sure that you're connecting with people that are similar to you, that had a similar understanding, and they awakened. I tried to connect with people that is not awakened, and I'm to the point where if somebody is not in their angel energy, they don't know at least some of the shit that I have, understanding about, I'm not going to be able to connect to them on certain levels, especially not as a partner or anything, because I just don't have the time to wait for somebody to catch up. And actually, I would prefer to find me a magician, emperor that is more aware than myself, that can teach me some shit. Or we can come together and collab. Motherfucker, Archangel Michael energy I'm looking for as a partner, or Archangel Uriel or some shit. One of these Archangel energies. I'm an Earth Angel, so yeah, I think that would be great to be hooked up with an Archangel. But yeah, this is Golden Energy 1111. I'm Mama Nova, aka Infinite One. We got some powerful alignments going on, so make sure you stay tapped in and connected with your spiritual team. And I'll be back with another message when I get a chance. Everybody have a beautiful day.